is News 5 at 11.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Rob Powers. Tensions are high across the country, including right here at home, after this week's deadly shooting by an ICE officer in Minneapolis. In Cleveland, more than 100 protesters hit the streets tonight. News 5 was there as they made their message heard.
The protest is now over, but you can see there are a lot of people who are standing in solidarity for Renee Good and are calling for things to change. I'm Remy Murray to share how the Cleveland community is coming together.
No, there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of very strong immigrant communities here in Cleveland and Ohio at large, and we intend on protecting them.
Joining dozens on the corner of Lakeside and East 9th Street in Cleveland.
Up with liberation!
Is Simon Mastery with Freedom Road Socialist Organization. He's one of the organizers of Thursday's protest, which was held in response to the death of 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, a mother of three who was killed by an Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent in Minneapolis on Wednesday after federal agents say she drove her car at officers.
A person killed on the streets in one place is a person killed on the streets in every place. If we allow this to continue as it continues, it is only so long before they're here.
While there's still more questions about what happened, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has referred to the incident as an act of domestic terrorism and said the ICE agent acted in self-defense.
We recognize that he acted according to his training. He acted appropriately to protect his life and the life of his colleagues and fellow law enforcement officers that were there and people that were surrounding.
During Thursday's demonstration, we heard multiple chants.
Renee! Renee! Good! Good!
Watch the community come together for a moment of silence to remember Renee Good and listen to several speakers who shared their concerns.
We reject enforcement policies and practices that rely on fear rather than on justice and accountability.
Afterwards, marchers like Denise Smith flooded Lakeside and other streets in Cleveland.
Brother, sister, have no fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
To show unity and solidarity.
I feel encouraged and supported and uplifted. I'm just ready to keep fighting and keep marching and protesting.
The Trump administration continues to defend the actions of the ICE agent who pulled that trigger at the White House today. Here's what Vice President J.D. Vance had to say about the shooting.
You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that. I can believe that her death is a tragedy while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making. What I'm certain of is that that officer had every reason to think that he was under very serious threat for injury or in fact, his life. What I'm certain of is that she accelerated in a way where she ran into the guy. I don't know what was in her heart and what was in her head, but I know that she violated the law, and I know that officer was acting in self-defense.
In a statement, Minnesota's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says it's been told by the FBI that the FBI will be handling the investigation into the shooting alone.